Welcome back. I am here with our dear and close neighbor, Stuart Spencer of Advanced Ear Care. Hello, Mr. Spencer.
Good morning.
And I just heard from Ken that you have been in business next door to us for 36 years.
36 years, can you believe that? I just thought of that walking in today.
That's
and
wonderful.
7-Eleven, 1984, is when I purchased this business.
Yes.
And so it's very exciting. I've never been more excited to be in the business than I am today. So
we're excited that you're here today. You've got new things to tell us about.
yeah, absolutely.
So you have a special guest that's going to be with you this week through Thursday. Tell me about Dr. Jane Peterson.
Oh my gosh, she is the most exciting, vibrant lady that there is. She's been in the business about 30 years as well.
Oh.
She's very specialized in hearing aids and hearing loss and troubleshooting. We have a lot of people that have hearing aids that they're not doing real well with sometimes, that they've gotten elsewhere, and so she takes those, reprograms them, looks at their hearing loss and kind of matches those things up to where they hear better, and gives them great counseling, and it's just really a special event. She's here all week. Through Thursday anyway, and the next 3 days. So we're really excited to have her as a special guest. So stop by and say hi to Jane.
And that's really all you have to do. You just come right over, stop by, check in at the desk. Say,
That's right.
I want to see Jane. Dr. Jane.
That's right. We'll find some time. We're very busy in our schedule, but we always welcome people to come in and talk to us. And if we don't have time for them right then, we'll find a great time for them real soon.
And should folks call in advance, perhaps, to see Dr. Peterson?
That'd be really great.
So we do have your number. It's 949-777-4821. No, it's not. 6521. See, I don't need a hearing specialist. I need my glasses. So let's do it again. 949-777-6521. You can call and make an appointment, of course, to see Dr. Jane Peterson and troubleshoot any hearing aid
no matter where they
you
got
may
it.
have, because
right.
there's so much technology now, even though it's so very tiny.
It's so fantastic.
It is fantastic, and she'll even take a look at a hearing aid that was produced somewhere else, given to them somewhere, given to a patient someplace else.
Yeah,
so
we do it all the time.
So you have a special guest coming in, but you also have an employee who went out.
That's right. Exactly. That's right.
Someone went far, far away.
Yeah, Brandon, my son, just returned from Armenia.
Oh, really?
He was over there for 10 days. And with the Starkey Hearing Foundation,
yes,
they did some incredible work. They tested and shot ear impressions for over 1,700 people in those 10 days. And so it was a really busy mission.
Oh my goodness.
But they also got to have some fun, do a little touring. He just loves the Armenian people. He says they're just so wonderful and warm, and just it was just really a great experience for him on so many different levels.
It's a beautiful culture.
Yeah, and giving back to those people and helping them to hear better, and really helps the younger people re-engage in life.
Yes.
And stay in school, and have better relationships with their families and friends, and it's just great work.
And that is a beautiful mission to be a part of, Starkey Hearing Foundation. How long has Brandon been working with them and doing these kinds of missions?
Boy, he's been doing that for over 6 years.
Wow.
They actually did a mission with a deaf school, a hearing impaired school up in Oregon on Extreme Makeover.
Oh, well, that's my show.
So they took
Wait a minute,
all
was
the
home
kids.
edition, or was it the makeover like with the doctors?
No, it was the home edition.
That's my show.
And what they did was they took all the kids out of the school. They rented a plane, flew them all back to Minneapolis.
Oh my gosh.
Refit all of them with hearing aids.
Wonderful.
Took them to a Twins game. And then while they were gone, they redid the entire school.
Oh my goodness.
Is that amazing?
It is amazing. I was not on that project, but I was a designer on that show.
Oh, wow,
and
okay.
I'm glad to hear that they treated them well. So Brandon was a part of that too?
He was a part of that whole thing, yeah.
He volunteered?
Yep, absolutely.
And he didn't sleep for days?
You're right, yeah, that's right.
Oh my goodness.
They just really, really were busy. The funny thing was they left the Twins game, or one of those events in Minneapolis, and the kids hadn't eaten. So they stopped in like McDonald's, and they got something like 400 hamburgers, It was really funny.
It's all that advanced thinking
Yeah,
those
that's
producers
right.
do. Take the kids out. Oops, forgot to feed them.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. At least
Sounds
they
like
did
dads,
that.
right?
But
Yeah.
it does sound like Brandon really has a heart for this kind of service.
He loves it. He's just engaged. Whether people can pay for hearing aids or they can't pay for hearing aids, we like to help everybody to hear better.
Well, and I want to talk more about the Starkey Gala coming up, but this is also a summer season where the temperatures are higher and earwax can actually become more of a problem.
That's
at this
right.
time.
it's funny, you know, you never think of earwax, right? And
I do. In my family, yes. Oh, yes. A big deal. We think about the earwax.
And it's one thing you can never see, right? You know, you don't know how much you have, or if you have any, or if it's a problem or not. But you know, we have a video otoscope. You know, we put a camera right up in your ear, and you can see it right up on a TV screen. Oh, wow. And you're like, oh my gosh, you know, I had no idea. You know, and it's so funny because all the females, you're like, ooh, that's really gross. Yeah. And the guys are like, oh, that's so cool. You know. But we get it all cleared out. You know, we can take a look at it, see what they have, what kind of problems they have. You know, if it's really something serious, you know, we send them on to a doctor to have it removed. And,
sure.
But, you know, during the summer months, heat and humidity are a big enemy of hearing aids. Wax is the #1 problem for hearing aid wearers. So we just encourage people to come in, let us take a look in their ears and see what's going on, clean up their hearing aids. And so they just maintain that real good performance, you know, all throughout the summer.
It is funny. It's just something you wouldn't really notice, but definitely in my family, that is definitely a problem. But we all kind of go, what? Did you say what? Then we realize, get that taken care of, man. Yeah, and so you are at the Willow Tree Shopping Center right across the street from our community center here.
That's right.
It's very easy to find you.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that they're updating the Willow Tree Shopping Center
for you. Oh, my gosh, yeah.
You.
So, you know, slowly but surely, you know, they're creeping along, but, you know, the stuff they're doing, it looks really, really nice.
It does.
And so we're anxious about that. You know, I mean, obviously that'll help us out just exposure-wise. I mean, we're very, very busy all the time anyway, but, you know, the aesthetics are always nice, you know. So they're putting all that together, and it looks like they'll be done, you know, as projected. I think they're shooting for November, something like that. So they'll have Aldi's in there, and I think the Dollar Tree's going in there, and they're looking to fill in. Yeah, I agree. And so they're looking to fill in the rest of it, so it'll be really nice.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
So that way folks know that if they want to go next door and just see the Dollar Tree and kind of wander around, they can find you as well. Stop in, say hi, especially if they stop in before Thursday. You can meet with Dr. Jane Peterson and get a little help troubleshooting your hearing aid device. But you also have a good event coming up with the Starkey Hearing Foundation. Is there a gala? You
know, there is. You know, it's a gala. And it's in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. It's their annual fundraising event.
Yes.
It's an amazing event. You know, people literally from all over the world, I think something like 60 different countries will be there. Many of them, you know, heads of state, health department officials.
Good.
You know, all of these people do such great work in coordinating all the Starkey Hearing Foundation work in their countries.
Yes.
And they're really leaders, you know, in pioneering, you know, those efforts. And it's a tremendous amount of coordination.
Yes.
Bringing, you know, the kids and the families and the volunteers and the government people and the setup, you know, the locations, the food, the hotels, the transportation, and it's an amazing effort. So this is like, you know, the grand slam of everything, you know, each year where they all come together, they get to celebrate each other, learn from each other, and really just make this a fantastic event. And raise some money to support it for the following year. So
it's wonderful.
It's going to be fantastic.
And you'll be attending this year?
We'll be attending. We'll be flying back Friday morning. And you know, the gala's on Sunday. So you know, a lot of star-studded, you know, people, a lot of athletes, a lot of stars, celebrities, that type of thing. So it's always a real fun time.
Well, we need to see pictures.
All right, I'll bring some.
When you come back, we need to see some pictures with you with your arm around some kind of athlete or celebrity or something.
That's a promise. I'll do it.
Definitely. Well, it's good to have you here with us today.
Always nice to be back.
Congratulations, 36 years. And it was what day in July?
7/11, today.
Today.
Yeah.
36 years ago today, you became our good neighbor.
There you go. That's
and you remain so. Well, thank you for coming in, Mr. Spencer. And for all of you, if you want to go over to Advanced Ear Care right over at the Willow Tree Shopping Center, be sure to do so before Thursday, where you can get a little help with troubleshooting your hearing aid device, whether you purchased it there or not. And then, of course, do always check in with Advanced Ear Care, because the summer months are the months we do need to watch out for that earwax that might build up. I know that I have to watch out for that myself. Coming up next, Ken will be bringing on a guest from the Campus Jack Supper Club. Very fun to hear about. He said the age of prohibition, I say the age of good jazz. Come back and be with us next.